Cleaning tack is probably the last thing on your to-do list. I know it is mine. I hate it. It's a pain in the butt. But this is a great time to do it because it is winter. Taking good care of your tack will extend its useful life and will also help prevent accidents by helping you find issues now before you find them on the trail. So let's get inside and get cleaning. Horse folks have lots of leather that lies around. When cared for properly, leather is durable, strong, and resilient. But if it's allowed to become dirty, dry, and brittle, its life can be drastically shortened. So let's start cleaning and keep that leather healthy. Before you start the cleaning process, it might be a good idea to take a picture of whatever items you're cleaning before you disassemble them so that you can put them back together when all is said and done. I like to start the cleaning process by disassembling whatever piece I'm going to be cleaning, and while I'm doing that, I want to inspect that item for broken stitches, cracked leather, any type of issue that would be a lot easier to fix now than when we get out on the trail. And now it's time to clean. All we need is some saddle soap, a sponge or a rag, a brush, and some warm water. Use the brush to work up a lather on the leather. After you've loosened all of the crud and dirt with your brush, feel free to dunk that item in your bucket of water to flush out all the dirt and the salt. It's not going to hurt a thing. Water is our friend. A lot of people think that leather and water are a bad combination, but I don't know that I believe that. Leather that's in good shape can handle some water. I'm not suggesting that you soak whatever item it is, but use enough water to really flush out all the dirt and the salt. In many ways, sweat is worse than dirt for leather. Sweat is salty, and salt is bad, bad, bad for leather. I want to remove as much of that salt as I possibly can when I clean, and I like to use a lot of water for that. If you have leather treads on your stirrups, you're going to want to be extra careful when you clean them, because mud and manure can be really hard on the leather. That's why I like these plastic endurance style stirrups. They're really lightweight, virtually indestructible, and super comfortable with this cushion padding. They're also as ugly as sin. Ellie says, function over fashion any day of the week. Once all your tack has been washed, scrubbed, thoroughly rinsed, it's time to dry. After drying, it's going to be time to oil if it's leather. So let's talk about that. When you oil your leather, don't use a lot. Use it very sparingly. I really think that most people underwater and over oil when they're working on leather goods. Another reason to use oil very sparingly is that if you use too much of it, the oil can actually break down the fibers of the leather. So you don't want to use too much. I've had a lot of people tell me they use olive oil for their tack. And you know, I have in a pinch as well. Unfortunately, I think there's better products that are available specifically for leather work. Besides, I get in trouble when my wife finds that I've raided the pantry. Isn't that right? Cleaning our saddle really isn't any different than what we've done already. First, we want to remove all the parts that we can so we can get at every bit of leather. Once we can get to all of the parts of the saddle, it's the same as before. We're going to wipe it down, use soap if we can, let it dry, and then sparingly wipe it down with oil. Now that we have all of our leather clean, let's work on that bit. Throw it in some water to get everything nice and loose, and then switch over to your toothbrush. A clean one, I hope. I really like scrubbing with toothpaste. It won't harm my horse if I leave any residue, and it's minty fresh. As the instructions say, wash, rinse, and repeat. When it comes to cleaning tack, there's really only a few steps. 1, wipe it down. 2, scrub it with soap. 3, rinse it good. 4, dry it good. 5, condition it or oil it. 6, put it back together. 7, take it out and use it again. Cleaning tack. I can't say that it's my most favorite thing, but it is a very important thing that we should do. I try to give all of my tack a thorough cleaning at least once a year, and I really encourage you to do the same. Tack is really spendy. Taking the time to clean and condition it, though, will make that investment last a lot longer.